Okay. So I'm able to recall in the last class we did some automation in that user data, right? We created that
Yeah.
web server, we created that bare metal into the web server, and we'll go forward. Okay.
Correct.
In today's class we mostly will do the theory part. No, there will be no practicals today. The reason is like I want to make some of the theory part clear. Only then it will be easier for you to understand. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll go with that. Share respond the team or one. Okay. Okay. I'll come to this which one? Yeah, this one. I'll come to this part. Okay. I think we have not discussed this thing, right? IAS, PAS, and this thing.
No, 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 we
No, no.
haven't done it.
Yeah, this is important. That's what I thought. Like, let me pay because okay. So let's go. Let's not waste some more time. Here. Yeah. Okay. So sorry. Okay, so this is the one which actually, if you remember, we discussed in the very beginning, like whenever the AWS is actually offering a service, okay, that there are set of services, the
Okay.
most important part, like it's just not the AWS responsibility. It all the responsibility shared by both of the sides, like on AWS and the customer. That is the only reason, like when we talk about like why the IAM and why the the user should have these very minimum restrictions and minimum like the allowance and all those things. If you remember, if you see the security in the cloud, the one which you discussed, IAM, right? And so because
Yes.
like we are not supposed to allow the any other third party guy, like the new guy to to venture into our project just like that, because we have to go with some set of rules and all. So that is the reason, like it's very important, like we have to understand this shared responsibility model, because in the interview purpose also, they're gonna ask it, like if you remember, I told you some of the stuff. I'll tell you. Wait a second. I'll go here. If you remember, I told you, like some of the set of services were customer managed, some of the set of services were like the no, not S3. My bad, not S3. It was the IAM. Some of them were like customized. Some of them were AWS managed. If you remember, you will go
Yes,
here.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, the
Remember.
policies, right? So here,
Yes.
this is what I was talking about. Will touch it. So here, the AWS manage, the AWS job manage, and some of them will custom manage. The moment you right now that we don't have policies, like if we created that, we got it to know, like there's this custom manage and all. So these all were like the shared response that comes under the shared responsibility model. Okay. So what actually happened now? So this one, because after this, why this part is important, because after this only I'll talk about the ISPS and all. Okay, this is very important.
Okay.
So the AWS just talks about, like we are ready to give all the infrastructure. We are ready to give, like, but endpoint, but rest of the things you have to manage. So like the security model, not like how the infrastructure is going to happen, how you are going to develop the infrastructure, how you are going to do the virtualization part, how you are going to put your data there, how you're going to put the applications over there. So that these things are very important, and because AWS takes care of only the hardware infrastructure, not apart from that. Okay, so that is the reason, like
Okay.
so keeping safe on AWS is a joint responsibility. Okay, so that is the basic thing. You don't have to remember any of this thing. I'm just telling you, because before going to the IES, PES and all, because that infrastructure model, I'm just telling you this is the basics and all. Okay, you should know these things, like what
Yeah.
are the things are there. Okay, so based on that, okay, I can go forward. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, that's the important part. I'll tell you the next thing. Yeah, this is very important. You should know this. I'll tell you how to. I don't know if it might be a bit funny for you, but this thing. I'll tell you that. Okay. Okay. So this is the one. Yeah. 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 So this is the one. This is very important. Because I'll tell you why. Because why it's important. Uh, in terms of like interview purpose, they're gonna ask, like I'll tell you what. I'll tell you very frankly. They're gonna ask, like, on which services you have worked with. whether you have worked on IAS, whether you have worked on PS, whether you have done SAS. Now comes to the SAS. So this part comes for the developer. This, it doesn't matter. They can
Okay.
come under IAS as well. That's not an issue. But being a DevOps engineer, like primarily role should be IAS. In even if you go to the Naukri, they'll be very like there is so many roles for the IAS. After that, you'll get
Okay.
PS and SAS. Like it's a combination of like if they're looking for uh, they might look for in the startup where they're looking for some of the guys who they know like having the good knowledge and good hands-on on the IAS and SAS and PS as well. But like being an traditional DevOps engineer and all, you should be very much familiar with this IAS. And for this thing only, and we at some point of stage we are gonna learn this thing, Terraform. So Terraform, through that only we are going to the configure all this stuff. Here, if
Okay.
you see what I'm doing here. I'm giving you the heads up and all. I'm not doing anything else. Okay. Uh, so see here what you remember if what we used to do, how we used to create the instances. Like how we used to create the instances. We go to the launch instances, okay, and then we put the name.
Yes.
We select the AMI. We select the instance type, the key pair, all those stuff, the networking part out. But when we talk about IES, when you talk about IES, so infrastructure as a service, so we have a tool called Terraform, which is very much in demand. So that we're gonna learn it once we clear this after a set of stages. After that, probably I think Ansible only we are going to learn the Terraform. So this is the stuff. Like you manage
Okay.
up to here. You manage up to here from sometimes virtualization as well, but sometimes it's not. So it's kind of like middle way. So here through the Terraform, we build all the infra part. Here we are doing manually, right? We are giving the name and all
Okay.
on the AWS cloud, right? We are giving the name
Hmm.
and we are launching an instance on the cloud. But here in the Terraform, what we are gonna do is everything will be automated. The code will be there. You're gonna all you have to do is like so you'll have the template. I'll show you just a bit so you'll be familiar with it. That's nothing else. I'm not good. Okay, so okay, here just little bit code I'll show you. Don't get scared. Okay, it's very easy. You just need to have to give some of the names and all. Okay. Uh,
क्या सर भाई कुछ पूछ रहे थे आप?
no, I'm not asking anything. I was just telling you, like, one second, I'll tell you. Look for the code actually. Some of the code. Yeah. Yeah. This is what I was talking about. See, if you see here now, see, if you see here, see, I'm just giving you some of heads up. Like if you have to create an AWS instance, you just have to give the AMI name. You have to give the T2 micro, and just you have to spin up, and you have to give the command, and automatically your Terraform through the Terraform your instance is gonna launch. So this is how you actually gonna build the infra in real time and in the IT companies. This is how they work. You getting my point? Hello, hello, are you there? Jeremy, are you able to hear my voice? Hello.